What's more difficult than actually giving a speech is choosing the right topic. To find a topic that is interesting for you and will capture the audience's attention is such a task, right? On top of that, to be able to convince them to do what you want or change their opinion about the topic at hand isn't easy. But don't worry, I'm here to help. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to find a persuasive speech topic and more. Before we get into it, what does persuasive even mean? Simply put, it is anything that is convincing or influential. Talking of speeches, it's a speech that influences you to maybe change your mind about something or convince you to do something. Now, let's talk about what makes a topic persuasive. Think of it from an audience's perspective. What will make you want to listen to the speaker and also follow up on that topic of discussion? What will make you interested in listening to someone but also motivate you to do what the speaker says? There are different types of speeches. Some are informative, some are descriptive, and some are persuasive. The persuasive speeches are the ones where the goal is to convince the audience to agree to the speaker's views or to motivate the audience to do what the speaker says. It's pretty distinct. In fact, persuasive speeches are more common than you think. Have you ever looked at a TV advertisement of a product and got persuaded to buy it or at least try it out? That's nothing but a small persuasive speech to convince you to buy that product. If you have ever been in a position of leadership in your life, you know how important it is to convince your team members to work towards a common goal. And a persuasive speech is the best way to do it. From great business leaders like Jack Ma and Elon Musk to politicians and freedom fighters such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., all these leaders gave persuasive speeches that affected millions of lives. So never underestimate the importance of persuasive speech topics. They might just change the world. But you should also remember that persuasive speeches can sometimes be controversial or polarizing in nature, since they are about convincing or changing your listeners' opinions. I understand that it's hard to find persuasive speech ideas and topics, but it's not impossible. So what can you really do to make sure your speech stays with the audience? Let me help you with that and make it easier for you. The first thing that you need to know is your audience. I'll repeat that. Know your audience. One of the biggest mistakes that speakers tend to do is not take into account their audience while choosing a topic. A speech is given by the speaker, but it's the audience, the listeners, who actually have to listen to it. So choose a topic that your audience can engage with. The next thing to keep in mind is asking yourself, does my speech topic answer a relevant question? Does it have a call to action? If the answer is no or a maybe, then it probably isn't persuasive enough. People like to listen to speeches that answer some questions they have. So try to think of it as helping your audience solve problems with your words. One of the most important aspects of a persuasive speech topic is that it has clarity. You need to make sure that you are convinced of what you're speaking before you give your speech. A persuasive speech needs to convince the audience that you know what you're talking about and then convince them to agree with you. You can read more about what makes for a persuasive speech topic or idea on our blog, link in the description below. So now that you have a topic or an idea to talk about, you need to structure your speech in a way that it has the maximum impact on your audience. Your goal by the end of this speech is to persuade them about your argument that lies at the center of your speech. The most tried and tested method for structuring a persuasive speech topic has three components: the problem, the solution, and the benefits. Let's take a simple example. Maybe the topic of exercising daily prevents you from future illnesses. You first start with the problems that people who don't exercise face. you may back it up with statistics, facts, and quotes from reputable sources to support your points. This is the most important aspect of your speech. So you can focus about 40% of your speech time on that. Next, you talk about the solution. Exercising daily, maybe by going to the gym or having a daily running buddy, or even using a fitness app like Nike Training Club. And finally, the benefit. How it can reduce illnesses, keep you healthy, and have a happy, long life. In case you didn't notice, I just gave a persuasive speech to convince you about the importance of persuasive speech. If you're still looking for more information and ideas, we have a whole lot in our blog, so head over there. But before that, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have got more awesome and informative content around public speaking, communications, and other tips and tricks that we put out every Friday. We'd also love for you to leave all your questions and suggestions in the comments below.